So to inhibit the TFL muscle, we're going to use self-myofascial release with the lacrosse ball. Our target zone is going to be from the hip down to the knee on the lateral side of the leg. So what we're going to do is place the ball on the wall into that zone. We're going to roll around until we find a tight, tender, numb spot. Once we've done that, we're going to take our body and shift it into the wall, try to relax into that ball, and we're going to hold this position for about 30 to 90 seconds. One thing to avoid with this is an internal rotation as you go towards the wall, just because that way you're now you're now inhibiting a different muscle than the target muscle. It takes away from the exercise. And what we do on one side, we'll do on the other side again for 30 to 90 seconds.
Go.
So to inhibit the pec minor muscle, we're going to use again self-myofascial release with medicine ball. What we're going to do is find the crevice in between the shoulder and the clavicle. So that's where the pec minor muscle sits. We're going to take that same position, lean it into the ball with our arms at our sides. And again, keep your breathing up, relax into the ball, and hold this position for 30 to 90 seconds. Once you've done that, with your arms to the sides, because of the different ways the muscle fibers run, we're going to also do the same with our hands out in front of our body. Again, doing that for 30 to 90 seconds, fully relaxing into that ball, letting that Golgi general organ to inhibit. To lengthen the TFL, we're going to do a standing TFL stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one step forward, one step back, and slightly to the left. We're going to, instead of being placed on the foot, kind of roll the ankle just slightly a little bit. We're going to posture up, look straight ahead, and with the opposite arm, we're going to twist and reach for that opposite foot. That way, stretching the TFL from the hip to the knee to the ankle. Again, holding that stretch for about 30 to 90 seconds. We're going to do the same on the other side as well. To lengthen out the pec minor muscles on both sides, we're going to lay with the foam roller from the back of our head all the way to the back of our spine to the back of our hips. Making sure that we've got full contact with the roller. Take our hands, we're going to place them interlock fingers behind the back. Again, making sure we've got full contact with the foam roller through our head, back, and butt. We take our elbows, and we're just going to push them to the floor. Stretching out this entire complex of the shoulder and the pec minor. Again, holding that for about 30 to 90 seconds. Again, elbows, full contact of the roller. Going through the range of motion. Control your range of motion as far as you can control. Again, 30 to 90 seconds. So right now we're going to activate the rhomboid muscles with a cable row. A couple of things to be wary of here is substitute for a bench because we don't have a cable machine with a bench. So with the bench, what you want to be careful about is your points of contact. You want to make sure both feet are planted and your butt is fully on the bench at all times. We're going to reach for the weight. And from here on, what we're going to do is we're going to retract, roll back the shoulders, retract the scapula, posture up, looking straight ahead. We're simply just going to row or pull the weight so that the handle is to our chest and come back. So the tempo for this exercise is going to be a 1 second concentric contraction, a 2 second isometric hold, and a 4 second eccentric contraction, or a tempo of 4, 2, 1. There are 2 sets of this guy for about 10 repetitions each. Right around that 5 rep mark, just want to reset your posture, make sure your shoulders roll back, scapula's retracted, back straight neutral, looking straight ahead. Just to make sure the posture is ready. That way we don't re-injure our client. And we're just going to slowly walk the weight back so we don't drop it or hurt ourselves. So right now we're going to activate the posterior deltoid. What we're going to do here is take a resistance band. We're going to tie it to a sturdy surface at about waist level. We're going to walk it out until our arm is right in front of our body. We're going to make sure that our posture is correct. Our shoulders, our scapula roll back in neutral position. From here, arms in front of the body, we're just going to pull the resistance band until our arms are by our side. Similar tempo is going to be followed, where it's going to be a quick 1 second concentric contraction, 2 second isometric hold, and a very slow 4 second eccentric contraction. One thing to be wary about here is when you pull, to avoid an internal trunk rotation. That way we're not isolating the deltoids, we're using some core muscles to move the weight with us. So again, we want to make sure our core is engaged, the posture is straight up, we're looking straight ahead, and that we're only moving the shoulder complex. We have inhibited and lengthened our overactive muscles. We've isolated and activated our underactive muscles. It's time to bring it together into an integrated movement. What we're going to do here is a TRX, single leg squat. And we're going to come back into a row. It's going to look something like this here. Again, posture up, roll those shoulders, scapula back, make sure your body was slightly lean. We're going to go into a squat. Getting those arms up above the head, rolling up yourself with your back. We're going to do this for our 3 sets, 15 repetitions, as controlled as possible. To integrate the muscles you require for a squat and to integrate the muscles required for the overhead as well, we're going to be doing a med ball, wall ball squat. What we're going to do is we're going to place the med ball at your chest. We're going to go into a squat, explode the ball up, catch, and repeat. Again, we're going to be doing this as controlled as possible, making really sure that you follow through the explosion of the medicine ball. We're going to again do 3 sets of 15 reps.